convinced that it started from here. So we don't want it. What I have come here, which is absolutely legal, and although there is a lot of propaganda against my visit in Pakistan, that what I am doing, I am asking things. What I am telling the world is the humanitarian situation. What is happening in Pakistan, there are no fundamental human rights, there is no freedom of assembly, there is no freedom of speech, Chadar or Char Diwali is being throttled and destroyed. I have been in politics, shot in 1969, so I know at least this era from 1960s to now. The worst situation that exists in Pakistan today, as far as human rights is concerned. I was here when Mr. Ziaullah, in 80s, I was here when Mr. Ziaullah was the president of Pakistan. And a gentleman by the name of Mushtaq Ghazdar was showing films in the US about the Kode and the punishments, but nothing is as comparable to what we are. So I am drawing the attention of the world to the human rights situation. And I want pressure on a Pakistani government which does not care about this, only that there should not be any killing. I have borne tear gas all my life in different protests. And I have borne the dandas of the police also. I have been beaten up. That I don't mind for the cause of the country. It's a very small sacrifice. But the killings must stop. But that's it, number one. The killings must stop. You see, number two, the media is not free. You see, the media is not free, and I have given up hope in Pakistan for the press media because it is also totally taken over, and the television media because all the real estate people and the government owns that. I just want the social media to be free. Twitter, for example. And people worry about Twitter. Let me give you an example. The Muslims of today must remember what happened in your history. The Gutenberg press started publishing books in 1340. And to give you an example, some of you who are interested in social media and what is happening, there is a book by Yuval Noah Harari, Nexus, which is a good book for you to read on what is happening. So only 128 books were present in the University of Cambridge in 1340 when the Gutenberg press became a reality. So from 1340 to 1400, 20 million pamphlets and books were published. 20 million. And the biggest advantage happened to the Protestant Martin Luther, who were taking out his treatises, and that got published throughout the Christian world. And the Christian world was at battle with each other. There was the 30-year battle, the 70-year battle, the 100-year war, etc., etc. That was happening in Europe. Because Martin Luther was successful, the Ottoman Empire thought that we don't want a press. They did not allow a press to come into the Muslim world. Imagine what is happening in Europe, Renaissance. What is happening in Europe, resurgence of Islam, of thought, philosophy, maths. And the Ottoman Empire decided they don't want a press because the press can challenge a lot of beliefs. So the first press that was brought into Istanbul was in 1725. 300 years. Can you imagine? Knowledge doesn't wait 300 years. Can you imagine the total entire Muslim decline has happened because of lack of knowledge? The freedom of knowledge in the Muslim world just ended because of this mistake of fear. Even today there is fear of the social media. And you see, we get afraid of the fake news. And I wrote an article on the fake news, and I recollected the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ. And that was when he had sent a few Sahabis to collect zakat from a village. And they were misinformed by the people that you will be killed in this phenomenon. And they came back, and the Prophet said, and the ayah surah came from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that if you are confused about an information, I don't know the exact translation, please consult the Prophet. So fake news has always been there. Imagine the weapons of mass destruction was put to fake news. For those of you who are interested in history, Gulf of Tonkin was a fake news incident. A lot of things were fake. So the Muslims resisted this change, and because of that resistance, there has been a tremendous backlog. And I